breaking news for you.
Good morning, Notre Dame.
You're going to want a rain jacket.
Notre Dame men's basketball
coming out of the East region.
And can you get me a gym time?
Not only that, it was a shutout, of course.
For NDTV, I'm Abby Urban.
Good morning and welcome to ND Sunrise. I'm Lyric Medeiros.
And I'm Abby Urban.
We hope you had a restful mini break and a wonderful weekend. As always, let's begin with our COVID dashboard. Yesterday, only one positive case was reported, adding to the semester total of 1,499 cases. Our 7-day moving average is a low 3.4 cases per day. We hope that soon enough we won't need to share all of these numbers at all.
Yes, hopefully the day is coming very soon.
Yes.
Now Anthony Rio is here with a segment all about the COVID dashboard, from how the university handled the spikes to the changes between the first and the second semesters. Anthony?
Notre Dame, we have tamed COVID. It's not over, but we have it under control. What do I mean? Let's take a look at our COVID dashboard. This is our big spike near the beginning of the semester. This is when we instituted stricter restrictions. Look at where we are now. We haven't been this low on our 7-day moving average since the beginning of the semester. This is crazy. And look at the testing that we're doing this spring. Every weekday, we're hitting about 2,000, even more than 2,000 tests per day. That's insane. Let's take a look at the positive cases with the 7-day moving average plotted on top. We see, our big spike near the beginning of the semester. We're hitting about 30 to 40 cases per day during this big spike. Now, the past couple of days, 1 case per day. We're moving up in the world, Notre Dame. And let's compare this to the fall so that we have something to look at. If we look at the comparison between testing in the fall and the spring, because we know testing is how we find positive cases, then what we're going to see is we tested 95,000 people in the fall. This spring, we hit 95,000 before the semester was even halfway over. We're on track to more than double that number. We're at about 170,000 tests so far this semester. And if we think about the day that we tested the most people this fall, we hit 2,200 tests. The day we tested the most people this spring, we hit 2,850. We've hit over 2,200 tests per day 4 days out of the last 2 weeks. This is crazy. Let's take a look at these spikes. Those times when we had lots of cases. Of course, we have this big spike in the fall. Also, make sure to take a look at the axes of these graphs here. We're comparing 100 up here to 50 right here. So this graph is about right here if we're comparing it to the fall semester. During this big spike in the fall, we hit 104 cases, 95 cases, and 85 cases. Those are huge numbers. And during those days, then we're testing on average 466 people per day. So nearing a 25% positivity rate. Averaging on our 7-day moving average 40 to 50 cases per day. If we look at our big spike this spring, we're averaging 30 cases per day on our 7-day moving average. So this is pretty crazy. But this is how Notre Dame's doing. How are we doing in comparison with the rest of the world? Globally, COVID's making a comeback. This is mostly in developing countries that are driving this trend. India, Brazil, et cetera, et cetera. But globally, COVID is making a comeback. So seeing how our case numbers are so low in comparison, then we must be doing something right. But taking a look at the US in general, we're through some of our biggest spikes. The US in general is coming back down. This is largely due to the amount of the population getting vaccinated. Almost 30%, so almost 1/3 of the United States is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, which is pretty crazy. 42% of the United States has received at least 1 dose of the vaccine, but Notre Dame, over 90% of us have received 1 dose of the vaccine, and that's why we're seeing numbers like 1 new case reported per day. This has been Anthony Rio reporting for ND Sunrise on how Notre Dame, we've tamed COVID. It's not gone, but it's almost gone. Back to the desk.
Thank you, Anthony. We really see the difference. First semester, that spike, yes. Wow. And then second semester, 1 case? This is insane.
I know those case numbers are getting really, really low, and I think that that's good news for all of us here.
Absolutely. The vaccine is working, and that's all we could ask for. Looking towards this weekend, football is back. The Blue and Gold game will be this Saturday, May 1st at 12:30 p.m. in the stadium, and students are welcome to watch. Seating will be on a first-come, first-served basis, so be sure to get there early to secure a seat. Speaking of sports, Amanda gives us the latest on all things sports here at Notre Dame. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is Sports with Perk. Notre Dame teams experienced phenomenal comebacks on both the good and bad sides this week. First, from the downside, Notre Dame's men's lacrosse team continued their fight in the top-rated and highly competitive ACC conference. Thursday night witnessed the Irish take an early lead 5-0 against the Blue Devils under the offensive burst of Pat Cavanaugh. Here, Cavanaugh scores 3 goals early in the action between number 2 Notre Dame and number 3 Duke. The Irish lead extended 9-3. Then down 5 goals in the fourth quarter, the Devils' offense caught fire, tying the score with 14 seconds remaining. Then the Devils ripped the soul out of Notre Dame. Cavanaugh appeared to miraculously score the winning goal in the final seconds of regulation, but not so fast, my friends. The play was blown dead by the referees when Cavanaugh's shoe came off on his charge to the goal. What? Players lose their shoes in other sports and the play isn't blown dead? So, I performed some investigative reporting through the NCAA's Lacrosse 20 to 2021 rulebook. Sadly, the lacrosse rulebook specifically addresses the loss of equipment, and the referees did make the right call. Rule 6-6.7 states you should not participate in the play after losing required equipment such as shoes. So after this unfortunate shoe loss, Duke went to win in a sudden victory 13-12. On Sunday, Notre Dame's men's lacrosse team lost another close one to North Carolina 12-10. The goal wizardry of Cavanaugh kept things close in the first half until the Tar Heels' magic took control in the second half. Check out this backyard scoop and score. Wow. I'm sure we'll get a chance for revenge against Duke and North Carolina in the ACC championships and the NCAA championships. On to women's lacrosse. They notched a win against number 19 Louisville Cardinals. The victory resulted from some stellar defensive and offensive actions. Bridget Dehan stopped 11 shots on goal. A beautiful kick save by award nominee Dehan. Look at that, wow. The offense surged with this trio. Casey Choma scored 5 goals, Andy Aldave contributed 4 goals, and finally Maddie Howe had 5 points with 3 goals and 2 assists. Here are the Notre Dame's lacrosse ACC championship bracket. Irish start playoffs in the quarterfinals against Duke on Wednesday, April 28th at 2:30 p.m. Now for men's baseball. Number 7 men's baseball won their weekend series with Boston College 2-1 in Chestnut Hill after a forgettable 10-0 loss on Friday. The Irish rebounded with a 5-2 win in the first game of Saturday's doubleheader. Then in the second game, the Irish rallied in a comeback for the ages. Down 9-0, the Irish scored a run in the 7th, followed by an offensive barrage in the 8th. The Irish scored 12 runs in the 8th inning, with 8 runs scored with 2 outs. Here's some highlights. Starting the Notre Dame offensive tsunami with home runs by number 12 Nico Cavadas and number 14 Zach Prasner. Over the fence. Then Jack Brannigan steals home in the next clip. High praise was given by Coach Jarrett, pronouncing, "I have never been through anything as amazing as that inning in my baseball career." Now for women's softball. Women's softball swept Virginia Tech 4-0. Friday's doubleheader win was 2-1 and 6-5 on Friday. Saturday's win 4-3 and Sunday 3-1. Both defense and offense fueled the wins. This defensive trifecta by shortstop Chelsea Purcell was second to none. First, Purcell extends to catch a screaming drive line. Here, Purcell's backhand stab kicks the ball into the air. She calmly stays with the play, catching the ball out of the air and delivering a strike to first base in time for the out. Later in the game, Purcell shows a nice extension to the left, snagging a grounder up the middle to complete her defensive trifecta. The week also offered some offensive fireworks. Home runs Sunday were smacked by Karina Gaskins and Quid Biggio. First, Gaskins powers one out center field. Nice power there. Then Biggie follows the leader with another shot over the center field fence. Here it is. Now for the lightning round. Women's track set a meet record at the Drake Relays. The women's distance medley relay raced to the gold end record with a time of 11 minutes and 3 seconds and 25 100ths. Team members Olivia Marquez on the 1200 meters, Kelly Hart 400 meters, Erin Sullivan 800 meters, and Katie Wasserman 1600 meters. Mara Kimmel placed second in the discus and Rachel Tanzo's third. Men's golf team placed 11th in the ACC championships. Junior Taichi Cho led Irish individual performances in 22nd place, and senior Davis Chatfield finished in 28th place. Women's rowing faced challenging weather conditions in Austin, Texas at the Longhorn Invitational. The varsity 8 in a Saturday morning heat placed second to nationally number 2 ranked Longhorns. In the final, an ND oarsman caught a crab, which means lost control of her oar, and ND fell to 4th. ND's second varsity 8 won the B final against Tulsa and Oklahoma. Finally, can't wait for the blue and gold game this upcoming Saturday. See you there, and back to you.
Thank you, Amanda. I'm looking forward to the blue and gold game. It will be nice to cheer on our football team just one more time before the semester ends.
Yes, I know. I had no idea that it was actually happening, so I'm really happy to hear about it.
I know. Spring football?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes.
Who knew?
But is it going to be a rainy or sunny day for this football game? With the 80-degree weather we are supposed to have today, I'm hoping it will stay this way for Saturday. Yes. Patrick Lomeli gives us the forecast for this week. Patrick.
Thanks, Lyric and Abby. Hello, everyone. Whether you're watching from Duncan, Channel 57, or online on YouTube, I hope you guys can always depend on me to bring you your weekly forecast. Starting today, I'm doing something a little more interesting. I'm going to try to tell you guys more about today, tomorrow, and Thursday. So today, it's going to be a high of 83 and a low of 65, mainly sunny outside, so no worries about umbrellas, rain jackets. Hopefully, rain jackets will go away these coming weeks, but maybe not the beginning of this week. Tomorrow we will have thunderstorms and rain and a bit of sun as well. Kind of a little bit of everything. A high of 76 and a low of 54. I'm really not a jacket person if it's above like 45, 50, so I've been using my umbrella quite a bit lately. And then on Thursday, it's going to be just rain, low 45, high of 65. As I kind of outlined above me, it is, I believe, the return of spring. The kids say April showers bring May flowers. So let's see if those flowers will appear for the rest of the week. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, mostly sun. No rain, as of right now, of course. That could easily change. So I do recommend looking at your phone before you go outside, as I have caught myself on occasion without an umbrella when I should have brought one. But otherwise, Friday has some pretty low lows, 39, high of 52. But as we go on through the rest of the weekend, the low 50s turn into high 50s, and the low 62s turn to high 70s. So I believe restrictions have relaxed a little bit, so hopefully we get to spend some time with each other outside. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your week.
Thank you, Patrick. Yay for warmer temperatures.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
that's something to look forward to.
Those 70-degree days look amazing.
I
and some
agree,
sunshine.
and even getting to the 80s as well, that will be fantastic.
I know, I'm looking forward to it. With these great temperatures, let's hear about some ways we can make the most of them. Here are some events to look out for this week. If admiring art is something you enjoy, the Snipe Museum will be hosting a Slow Look, a chance to examine and appreciate Terry Evans' specimen drawer of Cardinals Field Museum, Chicago. The Snipe Museum staff will guide students in mindfulness and meditation while viewing the art. You can attend this event today, April 27th from 12:30 to 1 p.m. on Zoom.
And did you know that this Wednesday begins Idea Week?
Oh.
I did not. It's a special week. This annual celebration brings together people with an entrepreneurial spirit and a love of innovation. This year, the two keynote speakers are Alexis Ohanian, co-founder of Reddit, and Morgan DeBon, CEO and founder of Blavity. Make sure to check out the full list of events offered from April 28th to the 30th and sign up for the Zoom sessions.
Wow, founder of Reddit? Oh my
I know,
goodness.
they really pulled in some big players for this week.
They did. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Again, we are hoping you stay as well as possible in these upcoming busy weeks. McWell has the same idea, and that is why they are bringing us together for another Wellness Wednesday this week on Library Line. This week's topic is sleep and your brain, and senior McWell employees will be there to share sleep tips, answer trivia questions, and help you sign up for Dreaming Domers, a 4-week program designed to improve your sleeping habits. Stop by from 6 to 8 p.m. to learn more about sleep and to grab a cookie.
Yes, oh, a cookie. I'm in.
I hope it's insomnia.
Yes, the best. For these events and more, you can check out the most recent email from the Week at ND Digest in your inbox. Let's enjoy the sunshine while it lasts.
And that's all for today's episode of ND Sunrise. Please know that you can always catch our episodes on Tuesday and Thursday mornings on Channel 57 from 5 to 7:30 a.m.
But if you're not an early morning ND Sunrise watcher, you can find all of our latest episodes on our NDTV YouTube channel under the ND Sunrise playlist.
We love to keep you all updated on everything NDTV, from in front of the camera to behind the scenes and beyond. Follow at Notre Dame Television on Instagram, at Notre Dame TV on Twitter, and Notre Dame Television on YouTube to stay updated on all of our latest works.
And if you're jumping at the chance to be a part of NDTV, please know that we would love to have you. We know that we're nearing the end of the school year, but if you'd like to check out the club now or get a head start for the next semester, please email ndtv@nd.edu or stop by our studio here on the second floor of the Duncan Student Center. If you're interested, please give it a try. We appreciate any and all interest.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Lyric Medeiros.
And I'm Abby Urban.
And from all of us here in the studio, we wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you and go
Irish!